Alright, going to be solving this problem. Add two numbers. Actually, I just solved it, but once I checked the recording, video was rubbish, the audio was rubbish, so I'm going to start it over again, even though I know the problem, the the solution, but just recording for myself. So I just quickly created step 1.py, first iteration. Um, yeah, let me describe the problem. You're given two non-empty linked lists representing two non-negative integers. The digits are stored in reverse order and each of their nodes contains a single digit. So once you're given two linked lists, this represents 342, this represents 465 in reverse order. And what you want to basically do is to calculate the sum of these integers. So 342 plus 465 equals 807. And overall solution, how do you put it? So what I'm going to do is to traverse each node at a time, and if there's a node, because it could be none, since the length of these linked lists could be different. So either one or either one of these lists could be none or both of them when it reaches to the end. So if one or more nodes are um, one or more exists, then calculate the sum, and that'll be the output. That'll be the node, one node of the linked list. And moving to this one, now it surpasses 10, right? So you need to increment the next digit, but you want to keep it simple. But you want to keep the how do you say? What is remainder? Yeah, you want to keep the remainder as a value of the current node, and you want to pass the information that is surpassed 10 to the next calculation. So even though 3 plus 4 is 7, you want to put 8 because the last digit surpasses 10. Okay, so that is the idea. Alright, so let me try to format it to reduce. Ah, fuck. Alright. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, you need while, and you want to traverse each node. So let me instantiate node 1, node 2, node 2, and for these nodes, I want to apply a method node exists node 1 and node 2, which I'm going to create a method for it. node exists, node 1 optional list node, and node 2 optional list node, and then it returns boolean. Okay, let me format it. Okay, so this returns true if node 1 is not none or node 2 is not none. Else false. Okay. Trailing white space. Okay, let me. Okay, prune it. And also you need to be careful that if the last digit surpasses 10, then you want to create another digit. So even if both node has been exhausted, you want to continue if it's incremental. Yeah. So I also need to instantiate a variable incremental, which is set defaults. And what do I do next? So total of 2 nodes. I want to start from 1 if incremental is true. Incremental is true, else 0. If node 1 is not none, then total should be incremented by the value of node 1. And node 1 should refer to the next node that the current node is referring to. Yeah, and node 2 is not none. Total 2 nodes should be incremented as well. Basically the same thing that I'm doing here. Next, alright. And then now we have calculated the total. So the thing that I want to do is to create let's create a answer pointer node. Okay, and this will be list node, and after calculating the subtotal, I mean the total of the digit that we're calculating, we want to pass answer pointer node. Next is list node, total node, and we want to get remainder divided by 10. Alright, and then also we know we need to calculate incremental equals true if total 2 nodes, the quotient, how was it called? Quotient. Yeah, if the quotient divided by 10 equals to 1. Else false. Okay? And then answer pointer node should be answer pointer node variable next. Alright, that's it. And then we want to return, and you need to be careful because as we're going through the pointer outside of the loop, the pointer will be pointing at the last element, but we want to pass the first element, so we need to instantiate, let's say, response dummy. This is for this is a dummy variable only intended for returning returning the value. So answer pointer node variable. Okay, and we want to return response why am I not getting okay, return response dummy variable, but you need to be also careful because the first element instantiated is just dummy variable, so we need to refer to the next variable, okay, because this is the actual value that we put actual calculated value. Okay, so this is it. Let me validate if this works. Let me put in the code submit, and as you can see, it's working great. So the second session, let me create a CP step 1, and then I want to create step 2.py, then step 2.py. Step 2 will be a refactoring session, so I'm going to be looking at the parts where I could improve my code. So I created this internal how do you say, nested method inside of a method. This could be improved, but I'm not really sure if that will enhance the code readability dramatically. Maybe we could put it outside like here on the top level, or we could make it a static method or a class method. Yeah. Because this method doesn't have any status, how do you say, state, it should be static method if I were to put it in the class or put it at a top level function. But I kind of feel the criteria whether node exists or not could be different, because in some cases you want to make sure both node exists. But this one just guarantees either of them exists. So if I were to put like put in the class or outside, I need to be careful in the naming. So let's say static method def should be something like either node exists. Yeah, and what we want to pass in is this one. So 1 2 3 4 copy and paste. All right, unexpected indentation. Ah, okay. Alright, that'll do. And then delete this one. And this one should be self either node exists. Node 1, node 2. Alright. Oh, okay. Add two numbers, okay. Undefined name. Oh, yeah, right. So I need to say self. Good. And then what else I can improve? This part I think is not that bad because it's kind of descriptive. If incremental, then you want to start from 1. If not, start from 0. Yeah, I think that totally makes sense. This one, yeah, not much thing to say. This one, yeah, I think that's it. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is to create step 2.py to step 3.py and step 3.py and eliminate these lines, 6 lines, 6 lines, 6 lines, 6 lines. Alright, so let's start over again, but this time in the section 3 I am going to measure time 10 minutes without emitting error. Okay, so let me start. So we want to traverse, right? And we want to make sure the condition is met, and the condition is going to be, yeah, let's create the condition method first. Static method def either node exists, okay, and node 1 is optional, list node, oops, and then 2 returns boolean and returns true if node 1 is not none or node 2 is not none, else false. Yeah. Fuck. I vim undo. Control R. Okay. Okay. By the way, undo is you, right? Yeah. Okay. And then, alright, so let's instantiate node 1, L1, node 2, L2, and self either node exists, node 1, node 2, or incremental. Okay, so incremental equals to false initially, and total to nodes. I want to start it from 1 if incremental or 0, and if node 1 is not none, then node to, why am I not getting auto increment, auto complete? Am I missing something? Is it else after? Is it else after? Ah, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that is super stupid mistake. Else, alright. Total to nodes, increment the value of node 1. And node 1 should be this. The same applies to node 2. Actually, I want to yank and paste it. Indentation is not multiple of 4. Ah, okay. Alright, so to yank. Okay. And I want to try. What was replacement? I always forget. Vim replace. Okay. S node 1. Okay. Node 2. Is node 1 node. What about single line? Okay. Oh yeah, that's cool. Great. What about multi-line? What about multi-line? Oh, I'm wasting time in it. Oh, I have 3 minutes. Let's go. So I have calculated everything, and I want to instantiate answer pointer node, list node, and response dummy answer pointer node. Okay. Return answer dummy. No, a response dummy. Next. And no. Answer pointer node next equals list node. Total remainder of 10 and incremental equals to true if total to nose quotient equals to 1 else 0. No, false. Alright, and then answer node equals answer node next. I think that's it. Let me invalid syntax. What is invalid syntax? Huh? Okay, maybe here. Set no. Okay. Oh, indent, unexpected indent, line number. What the fuck is going on? It's not what I wrote. It's literally different from what I wrote. I think. Okay. I have no idea what is going on about this. Let me submit it. Okay. It was like unintended error. It's not implementation error. I mean, it is an implementation error, but in my code editor, it was looking fine. It's just formatting error. So let me deem as completed. Okay, I had 14 seconds left. All right, done for this question. I hope you enjoy it. See you in the next problem. Bye bye.